Mm-hmm. Everywhere I go. Please. That was a wild game, bro. It was a good game. It was nice back and forth. I just felt like the Celtics gave it away. Last Jalen Brown's Jason Tatum missed the shot to win the game in regular time, and in overtime, Jalen Brown missed the damn free throws. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "You got to be fucking kidding me!" You had two chances to win the game and you flopped. And well, I'm a huge Marcus Smart fan, and always have been. And we've lost 3 games in a row because he hasn't played. And if he doesn't play tomorrow night, we'll lose again. Yeah, he's hurt. He had a bad ankle injury. Since he's been gone, that's it. See, I'm a fan. See that? That's number 36 hanging up in my rafters. See, Marcus Smart. That's my boy. Yeah, Randall's the guy. Randall's improved a lot. He's a really good player. He was on form last night, sinking threes. He's a really good player. They played really well. It was a back and forth game. We went up by 15, and you guys came back. You guys went up, then we came back. It was a nice little rivalry game, back and forth. Celtics is still in first, so it doesn't matter. We still first. We play LeBron and the Lakers tomorrow. My boy used to coach Bron when he was 9 years old and played football. Oh, cool. Yeah, Jalen Brown's a good player, but him and Jason Tatum, but they still have a long way to go. And a lot of people, don't understand that there's turnovers and there's ball handling skills that they lack. They constantly have turnovers over and over. We lost that game because of our turnovers. The coach said it, and I already knew it. We those turnovers cost a lot of turnovers cost us the game 22 points. It's fucked up, but it's all good. I was pissed. I've been pissed the past 3 games because we lost, but yeah, I hate LeBron too. He's probably the person I can't stand the most in basketball. Besides him and Joel Embiid, I don't like neither of them. They're both dickheads. But yeah, we play the Lakers at home tomorrow. Hey kids, how you doing? How you been? All's good in the hood. Yeah. Just texted my sister. Always being a pain in my ass. You okay? Good. Good to hear. Well, it could be worse. You could be in the hospital not talking to me at all. Right? That's how I look at it. If I'm not in the hospital and I'm not suffering from a disease, I'm good. And for those who are, I pray for them. Day-to-day life shit and regular things is a way of life. Sometimes other people's problems, we have to deal with too, but it's a part of our challenges. It's a part of the challenges of life. I'm going through a lot too, but I don't really show it because it's not anybody's problems to deal with. Me personally, I'm okay, but I'm going through a lot with my sister's divorce, helping her and the boys, trying not to kill my brother-in-law. So it's always something to piss you off, always something to aggravate you. It's a task we have to face every day. It's a task we have to face every day. That's why I just live my life, stay happy, stay as healthy as I can, and pray every day. Thanks, kids. I appreciate the donation. You can ask your question when you're ready. You want a journal? Sure, no problem. Oh, come on, Marky. Don't do that. All right. Try to stay balanced. Try to maintain peace. Be very firm in your actions, your decisions. Show affection where there's needed. There could be some offsetting factors here and there about dishonesty with somebody around you. Somebody might be trying to take advantage of you, and this could be a false friend or someone who's just very insecure. Like I said, someone who's trying to trick you or to be dishonest with you. Just be cautious of how people are with you and around you in the next 30 days. Could be a guy around you acting like that, or it could be somebody that you know that you always have to always be firm with and, put up your guard against. This person can continue to be giving you anxiety, be very impatient with that person and uneasy when they're around. They could be, putting forth some actions towards you. Also, watch out for your finances, investments. Try not to give money to anybody or lend money to anybody. You might feel in the next 30 days that finances could be unstable for you, or this person that is around you could make your finances unstable if you actually deal with that person. Just be cautious in the next 30 days with a person, people. Keep to yourself. Don't let people give you anxiety. You might be very impatient. But I feel like after you deal with this, you'll get your wish. And things will get better for you towards February and the end of February. Towards the end of February or midweek to the end, I feel like things are going to be more stable, more successful. You attain things that you need to attain. And you'll have some type of advantage going into the end of February. Or from now until mid-February, it looks like you got to look out for this person or people around you who are bad influences and just causing you more mistakes or just being deceitful or double dealing and shit. But I still think that if you're dealing with this person or some situation that is to do with money or deceit or any type of lies, you're going to get the last laugh. I think that, if they're laughing now, then you'll have the last laugh. They'll be crying later. But try to stay balanced during this time and try to have the courtesy to make life better for you and not for someone else. But it looks like you're going to be dealing with some type of bullshit with people or someone in particular. Could be to do with money. But it looks like you're going to win in the end. Looks like you'll get your wish with this person or you'll get your wish as far as what you really want. And if this is you personally going through insincere and being insincere, or just feeling like you're not getting anywhere, or feeling like you're being too rough on yourself and you're being too cautious, got anxiety about money and about things, just know that it's not going to last forever, and then there's a light at the end of the tunnel here towards the mid-February going to the end of February. And remember, February is the shortest month, so it's not going to be a pain in the ass the whole month. I think that it'll be a half and half situation. But you might feel stuck right now, and it'll get better as time goes on. I just feel like maybe the next 2 weeks might be a little tricky. So just be careful, especially with information, money, any type of like situation where someone's trying to take you off balance, or treat you in some type of way that you're not supposed to be treated. Yeah. Like I said, in the next couple of weeks, it might be difficult. You might, dealing with problems, obstacles, health, investments, things about those things. Yeah, it's that guy I asked about all the time. I work for him. Ah, okay. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, I remember now. Yeah, just don't let him take advantage of you in any way. But I still see that you're going to be successful at the end of this whole thing. I think you'll manage to be okay. I think you'll be very patient. I think it's going to be an up and down. Yeah, he already has. Yeah. Well, looks like he might get sick and might need you even more. I get something about an illness here with him, and looks like you're going to have to be the one who takes care of him or deals with him, or he's going to probably ask you to help him in some way because he is sick. So just be very patient, and everything will be successful in the end, is what I keep getting. I get the end result is you being fine, even though he's doing those things or doing these things to you. Um, you already know what he's like and how he is. So, take it with a grain of salt, do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, you're going to be fine. You're going to be good. Hmm. I do feel like spirits around you too, helping you. You're welcome, sweetheart. I hope it gets better for you. I see it being better for you. I don't see it being completely bad. Hmm. That was weird. Like I got like a gust of, not a gust, but like I got like a real, like, spirit just went like that right across me like that. That was so weird. Felt like they touched my face. I was like, what the fuck? Hmm. Yeah. Just be aware of this guy. I know you are, but just like try not to worry about him too much. The less energy you give him. Yeah, I felt the spirit just really come across and touch my face almost. It's kind of weird. when I put down the cards, I felt something go like that. That was weird. Do you know like a fair like a brown skin or like I wouldn't say brown skin, but like a light brown skin lady with like wavy or curly short hair, like not really short, but like medium. Because that's a lady who I see, to be honest. It's a lady. Could be like a mom, a grandma, or auntie or somebody like that. Yeah, she's very lively. What I mean by that is like she's very active. She talks with her hands. Hmm. She kind of looks familiar to me, like from another person. That's kind of weird. She almost looks like another lady that I once saw before. Hmm. But anyway, kids, it looks like this lady's kind of trying to solve the issue or make the issue worse, or I mean make the issue better. I mean, from before it gets even worse. Looks like she's trying to deal with that guy. She's not very happy. Yeah, and when they show up like that, it's because they're like, they're trying to help you because they know that you need help. But this lady is um like she's going like this, like she's like, I want to do that, I want to do that, and she's like, and she's like she's talking and she's like she's going like it's almost like she's going off, like she's like kind of not very happy about the situation that you're in. So she's like, it looks like she's talking to somebody, or like she's annoyed with the situation that you're in. But the lady doesn't look very old. Though. She doesn't look old at all. But um, like I always say, sometimes they don't want to look that way. Sometimes they're gonna show you like when they used to be beast mode action or something like that, or this woman looks like I'd say about maybe between 50 and 60, and she's slim, and she's got like curly wavy hair, and it looks like dark or brown or something, and like I don't know, she looks kind of dolled up, you know? She looks dolled up right now. Like it looks like she's all dressed up. Well, I can see her like she's dressed up, so she doesn't look very old. But it's like she's using her hands to talk, and she's like, there's a table and there's like a room, and then she's like leaning on the table, and there's like, I don't know if she smokes or used to smoke, but I do see like smoke and an ashtray and like a cigarette. So she might be hanging out with somebody that does it, because I can't see the person that she's talking to on the other side of the table, but I do see like cigarette smoke or some type of smoke around. But she's looking at somebody and talking to him. So she could be talking to somebody that she knows, but I can't see him. But she told me she's helping you though. It's like she's like this. She's talking to somebody like that, and she's going like this and saying going like that, and then she looks at me, or she looks over towards, like looking over towards me and saying, that she's helping you, but won't tell me anything significant. But it's almost like she's talking to somebody across the table, but I can't see it. And it's like a real, I don't know how you explain this, like the wall looks like a green, like a dark green wall, but it looks old, like it looks weird. I don't know. I kind of wish I could see a little bit more, but I'm only being shown so much. Yeah. Like I always say, sometimes they come through with a lot, and sometimes they just show their face and just go about their business. Yeah, no problem, sweetheart. Despite all that, the whole, just like the reading says, pretty much you'll be okay in the end. At the end of it all, you'll be all right, which is the main thing. I know it's difficult. I know things are, up and down, but looks like you'll be all right in the end. It's almost like in spirit, she's like planning something on that table, because I can see, her talking to somebody that smokes, or if she smoked, I don't know. And on the table, she's kind of like making sure everything's, uh, making sure that everything's lining up. It's like she's planning something. Hmm. But that's cool though. At least you got somebody there in spirit for you, gonna help you. Hello, Jennifer. How are you? I just got your donation. You can ask your question when you're ready. And thank you, by the way. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, Kits, you'll be fine, sweetheart. No problem. I'm all right. You're at work. Oh man. Have fun. Does Max still have feelings for you? All right, let's check, Jennifer. Mm, well, what I get here is as far as feelings, I would say the feelings are kind of a frustrating type of feeling where he could be like his feelings are worry. He worries about um, himself. He worries about his decisions. He's frustrated. He's failing to face the facts. Looks like he's going through some type of money issues and stuff, and he's trying to, he's trying to go on vacation or trying to settle himself in. But as far as feelings about you, I would say that his feelings are kind of on hold. Like he doesn't know what to feel. He doesn't know what to do. It's like he feels joy when he was with you. I feel like he feels like he'd have to make a lot of effort, you know? Yeah. Like I just feel like he's frustrated and I feel like he's indecisive and I feel like, he's very he doesn't want to show any type of feelings or affection because he doesn't know how it's going to pan out. Um, but I would say that, he does have feelings still, but it's not something that's very concrete. It's long distance. So I think that he's waiting for a holiday type of you know chance, but every time he says, okay, maybe I want to go see Jennifer, but how can I go see her if I don't have any money, or if I have to save money? I have obstacles. I got to do this, I got to do that. I'm procrastinating because I don't know how this is going to pan out. So, like, there is no real true feelings here, and the reason for that is because he doesn't even know how he should feel because there is nothing that he can do to get to you. Yeah. Oh, there you go. So I feel like he may think about you during holiday times or things like that, but there's nothing there really, um, because he's just indecision. I think that he wishes that he could have been with you, or he wishes that he can. I think it's a wish of his. I wouldn't say there's a feelings, but I think there's a wish. Like in the back of his mind, he probably says, "I really wish I could have been with Jennifer. I wish I can be with her right now." You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, that's what I'm for, to relate the message. But I do feel like one of the reasons why is probably because of the distance, but also due to his own life. Like he didn't want to really change his whole life just to come to you, But he also still has that wish in his mind that he wished he could have been with you at some point. Hey, Barb. Good evening, sweetheart. How you been? So yeah, Jennifer. I would say that the feelings are kind of drifted off, but I would say that it's just a wish that he has. Um, but I feel like if you guys had good times at one point, especially during like holidays and some type of joyous festivities and things like that, he probably thinks about that at some point in time. So it's still a wish of his, but as far as feelings, like I can't say that he loves you and things like that because I don't really get that here. But I would say, yeah, he wishes. Yeah, nothing wrong with wishing. You're welcome, Jennifer, and thank you. I appreciate it. You're fine and dandy. That's good to hear. Me, I'm doing okay. All's good. I can't complain. Still dealing with same shit, different day. scenarios. But I've had a good day. All was good. Hung out with my nephews here and there. Uh, did some shopping here and there. Did some resting. So all was good. This is my second time live today. So yeah, week's been okay. I mean, I had to deal with my sister going crazy here and there. She's had a rough time with the divorce stuff. But I cheered her up when she was down. She let her soon to be ex husband aggravate her again. And I keep telling her, when he tries to attack you or talk shit to you, just walk away. Just leave. Just come over here if you want. But she's very stubborn, and she wanted to say things to him to feel better, to release her thoughts. So I've had to be the referee, get in between and try and make her feel better and tell her, look, every day that goes by, we're getting closer to get rid of him. Don't worry about it. He's going away next week for a whole week. Yeah, I know. But I told her that this is going to be your biggest task. It's going to be your biggest test. Is sometimes getting rid of somebody out of your life is going to be a task. And I said, look, he's the father of your children at the end of the day. You're going to see him regardless here and there. But getting him out of this house is our main priority. So it's been a tough week. It's been a very tough week. Yeah, but that's what I'm here for, to encourage her to realize that it's not the end of the world. Everybody goes through shit like this. I told her that about 70% of the people that come into my chat room is divorced. So don't worry about it. It's a part of life. You're just one of 1 billion people that are divorced in the world. Well, more than that, but. And I told her, I said, many of your friends are, your brother is, our uncle got divorced. It's a lot of things, a lot of people. It's a part of life. Some things are meant to be. Some things last forever. Some things don't. So I've been, talking some sense into her here and there. But she said she's very hurt because, she was with him for 24 years. So to go through this now, it's like, what the fuck? But I said, you lasted that long because you were the strong one. You were the one who always carried him. You were the one that always did everything. And you thought that that was the way you were supposed to live. But really it wasn't. Now you know what life is because you're starting to live your life. So, I've been trying to talk some sense into it. It's working. So, and we got some more evidence on him as well. So we're at the top right now. We have all the evidence we need. We have all the ammunition we need if he acts crazy. So it gets better and better every day. For me, it does. But otherwise, that Marky himself is doing good. I can't complain. God is good. God is great. The more I believe, the more I receive. Would you like a spirit message, Barb? Oh, thanks. Yeah, this is a shirt I picked out and ironed today. It's my favorite color. I have so much damn clothes that I could wear a different shirt every day of the week. But sometimes I buy a shirt, I use it, and then I wash it, then I fold it, and then I just put it somewhere, with the rest of the shirts. And then today I was looking for something else and then found this one, and I was like, oh, I'll wear this one today. I went from having hardly anything to everything. Yes, I got a haircut too, yes. What's today? Friday? Yeah, I got a haircut on Wednesday. Yeah. So I'm looking all fresh. Yeah. What can I say? My birthday is next week, Monday, so I gotta look good. Can't be looking 46, Gotta look 36. Sexy. All right, Bob, let's see what we got. One. All right. There we go, Bob. Self-love. Self-love is the best love. Spirit wants you to know that now is the time to love, nurture, and heal yourself. Self-love is not simply a state of mind about feeling good. It's a state of appreciation for yourself that grows and matures from actions you take to support your body, mind, and soul. Self-love is the best love. There you go, Bob. Spirit wants you to love yourself. Stay connected. Absolutely, I agree. I agree on self-love. Yeah, Barb, I feel the same way. It's all about me too. I'm taking care of myself, even though I'm taking care of, my sister and the boys, my mom, my dad. But I definitely have been taking care of myself. I've been showing myself a lot of self-love. And I've been changing my the way I eat. I've been eating a lot more fruit, a lot more things that are healthier. Today I had a kind of a cheat day. Kind of regretting it right now, but I don't like eating takeout, but I had to eat it today because my nephew was like, "Come on, bro, we gotta eat takeout, please. I want to get this stuff," and I'm like, "All right." Hey, Becca, wink, wink, meow. Oh, you did, Jennifer? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, there it is. All right, Jennifer, you can go ahead and ask your questions. Meow. Meow, 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 meow. Because we are grounded. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I've been trying to eat a lot healthier this week. I've eaten a lot healthier than I usually have eaten. I mean, I usually eat healthy anyway, but this week I really made sure I did. Today for dinner, I had a burger and a brownie. So I shouldn't have ate that stuff. And but I was like, you know what? I've eaten healthy all week. I'll have a treat and just eat a damn burger and just be like, whatever. Jennifer, you mean you and the guy we just read about? Max? All right, cool. All right. So the first question is, will you and Max ever meet? All right. All right, cool. Yeah, I've been eating healthy. I eat a lot of fish. I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I don't really eat trash food. I eat good food, but I'm we all eat like sweets and things like that, cookies and cakes and all sorts of shit. So this week I said I'm not doing that shit. I'm gonna eat fruit, eat my veggies, eat good. So I'm proud of myself. Drinking a lot of water, obviously. All right, well, Jennifer. Well, Jennifer, it's telling me that it doesn't look like you will meet. It's still a wish. It's still like I keep getting the a wish here. Like I think it's his and your wish to actually, meet each other, but he thinks that there's new interest. Like if you're married and you're with somebody, then that's why he probably wouldn't want to meet you now because he knows what's up. Or it's just that he is moved on and he has love interest, but he's not really interested because I think that his love life isn't that great. And there's always a hesitancy of like coming to see you or wanting to see you. And it's like yeah, exactly. I think he does as well. Um it's like there's a doubt and an uncertainty there. That he says to himself, you know what, I'd like to. I would wish to see her, but it's not gonna happen. His love life, he's always single. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like there's nothing going on. So that's why he feels the way he feels. Um he has love interest, like he's interested in people, but he has to overcome like all the bad relationships he's had or the bad women that he's had in his life. But like I always get here and I got earlier, is his wish is to see you. But when he sees you, he'll be like, I'm still very embarrassed and indecisive, and it'll give him anxiety. So he'd rather not see you at all. And I don't think that you guys will ever meet, at least not this year. I don't like to look too far into the future, but from what the cards tell me, this year you probably will not. You won't see each other. There's a lot of difference. There's a temptation to see you and a wish to see you, but whether he does it, I don't think so. And that's even as friends, he thinks that he'll be embarrassed to even come and see you. Yeah. So I don't like to look too far into the future. I just focus on the present year. But as far as this year, I'm gonna say no, and that's because of him. But it's weird because I still get that he would wish to see you, but he didn't know how and what and how it would happen. And why would he come now if you're not single? All right, you said, what is the purpose of your connection with him? Well, I would say the purpose of it was for mainly for you to see that he was friendly. He was generally a good person. I feel like he was, mature and honest at some point or in the beginning. But I just feel like it was more to show you that if you lose a friendship or you lose him, um, that it just makes you worry about who the next person is, or the next type of situation. I feel like he came into your life. The purpose of your connection was to teach him a lesson and also teach you a lesson in friendships, relationships, and going through bad times and good times. Yeah, and it was just to see if you would face reality that it's a long distance relationship and it doesn't make sense. And it was to show you that, when there's no affection, there is no love, there is no connection. Yeah, exactly. So to me, because it was a long distance thing, it just showed you that, the procrastination of the whole situation and the frustration of it was just to show you that it's just something that you shouldn't be doing. You met somebody cool and decent, at the end of the day, you're friends, and that's all that matters. But he looks at it as a loss of a friendship that he valued, that he really wanted. He looked at you as a treasured possession, like he really wanted you. And I keep getting that he wishes that he can have you, but he knows that if he were to actually, another purpose of the connection was to test him to see if he would go all out to come to you. You see what I mean? It was more a lesson for him to say, hey, if you really want Jennifer, you've got to get off your ass and go out there and get her. And if you do that, what's going to happen? You might be getting who you want. But if you don't do it, then you're just going to be this guy that she once knew. So I think it was more of him, God showing him, hey, look, Max, if you really want it, you got to go and get it, bro. And if you don't, you're going to stay here and you're going to be miserable. So I still feel the wishing part is there between him. For you, I feel like it was just a test to see if, you were going to give in to him or still value the friendship. And it was a lesson also. I always have this saying, people are in your life for a reason or a season. And some people last long and some people don't. It's just the way it is. Everybody has thousands of people that will be through their lifetime. School, work, love, family. We all have many lessons to be learned through our lifetime, and we still learn even at this age. So it's a part of life. So you're actually in contact with Max right now? Like you actually talk to him still? Oh, okay, cool. That's nice. I still talk to women as well that I've known for years. It's all good. I'm single, but they're married and I still talk to them. We're still friends and stuff. So there's nothing wrong with that. Well, let's see. All right, so your next question is, will he ever get married? Oh, the cards tell me no. With me and probably will stop being friends. Well, that's up to him. But I don't see him getting married anytime soon. I asked in the next 3 years, it says no. Now, ever, I don't really read ever, but I'll read as far as like 3 years on a question like that. So in the next 3 years, I don't see him getting married, no. And the reason for that is because he thinks everything is a difficulty. He thinks everybody's going to deceive him. He looks at every woman as an imposter, like he has to find out something bad about him, and when he does, he doesn't deal with him anymore. And it looks like, he's very indecisive in proceeding, or very reluctant to, like, make a decision, or if he hears anything or sees any type of negativity in a woman, he'll be like, no, fuck that, I don't want to deal with it. Like, I'm not dealing with this woman. That's not happening. Her hair wasn't washed when I saw her yesterday, so fuck that. I want a woman that washes her hair. Like, some stupid shit like that will trigger him to not want to be with her. Or she burped after she ate. So I don't really like women who burp. You should just put your hand over your mouth. Like, some crazy shit like that, or looks like bothers him, So he thinks he's too maybe proper for that type of behavior, or he looks at that as a problem. But hey, some people are like that, Yeah. So that's what I got with him on that. So it doesn't look like he'll get married because of that situation. All right, so you say, will we remain friends or will we drift apart? All right. Yeah, I think you guys will remain friends. Even if, like, you don't speak to him in a couple days, or, like, a couple days go by, he'll eventually speak to you. Or if you keep reaching out to him or keep talking to him, then he'll keep talking to you. But if you stop talking to him, then he's gonna stop talking to you. That's what I get. But I think he talks to you because he's lonely, and you're the only, like, long-term friend that he would, like, talk to about his ways, his sadness, and things like that, or how things are. But I think that he wants to change his life, but he doesn't know how to. But he might ask you for advice on how to, like, do things. But I still see you guys remaining friends. Yeah, I still see you guys remaining friends as long as you make the communication. Like, if you reach out and say, "Hey Max, how you doing? Just wanted to touch base with you." He'll be like, "Okay, I'll talk to her." But if she don't talk to me, then I'm not talking to her. That's the type of person that I see here. But you're only going to remain friends if you continue to contact him and show him that, I want to be your friend, type of thing. So, but if you're shallow, or you, like, ignore him, then he's probably not going to speak to you. Yeah. Well, that's, as a man, um, as a man defending Max in this case, you have to also understand that you're a married woman with a kid now, and you were once somebody that he wanted and still wishes to have. So being your friend is kind of hard, because maybe, he doesn't have too much feelings, I don't think, left because of this. But he's also, like, saying to him, you gotta put yourself in his shoes. Say if he was married with a kid and you were still single, and if he didn't contact you, you probably wouldn't contact him, because you were like, "Yo, yeah, he's with this woman, he's married, he's happy, he's got a kid. I'm not gonna bother him. He doesn't care about me anyway." So I think his attitude is that way, where it's like, If you talk to me, I'll talk to you back. But if not, you're probably taking care of your kid and with your husband, and something that I wanted to be to you, but obviously I didn't get that chance. I'm not defending him, but you gotta look at it in that way. You know, there you go. So some guys will be like, I'll talk to her because I don't want to be like F you, you didn't be with me, so the hell with you. I had to tell myself that many times when I, disconnect from a woman and she becomes my ex. I'm like, I don't want to speak to this woman no damn more. Especially if she's married and got a kid, I'll be like, yeah, bye. Wish you the best, goodbye. I'm not speaking to you no more. But I'll speak to like an ex if she's single and we're just friends or whatever, that's cool. But I never go back to an ex anyway. Fuck that. Hell no. You're welcome. No problem. No problem. I'm glad I can help. But I would say just go with the flow. If you want to be his friend, go for it. But it's kind of hard for a person to maintain friends with somebody who they like and now married and with a child, because I was in that same predicament. Hey Becca, welcome back. Hey Erica, how are you, sweetie? I was in that situation where I was dating and was very much involved with a woman at a long distance, and then we became very close, and then all of a sudden she met this guy and I kind of like broke things off with her. I was like, look, I don't even want to speak to you no more, because I thought that we guys were like gonna be more than this, and she didn't give it a chance. And then next thing you know, she got pregnant, then she got married, and then she got divorced, and then she came back crying to me. And I was like, it don't work that way, sweetheart. This ain't a fucking movie. This ain't a soap opera. This is reality, and I'm not an actor that goes back to you in a movie and act like this is all hunky-dory and cool. No. So we can remain friends, but we will never be lovers and never be more than that. So I'm the type of person that I have no problem telling somebody that, because that ain't happening with me. I'm not no Hollywood actor. Hell no. No, it's not a good feeling at all. You're doing well, Erica. Good to hear. So yeah, I went through all of that shit already, but I still speak to her and wish her the best. Wish her daughter the best. I don't wish her no harm. At the end of the day, she made a mistake, but I won't make the mistake of going back. I used to hate her guts, but I don't anymore because I forgave myself. I didn't forgive her. I forgave myself, because at the end of the day, it's always our fault. It's never the person's fault that hurts you. Remember that. And I know a lot of people have a hard time swallowing that. But you have to understand it's your fault, because you allowed that person to possibly manipulate you, lie to you, be dishonest, lead you on. You allowed it to happen. You allowed it to happen. So you have to forgive yourself. You don't have to forgive those people. And even though people say, oh, God says forgive, no. That's not true. That's what you think he said. No. God never told you nothing like that, because he never came and told nobody that shit. That's what you read in the damn book. That's not true. You're not supposed to be forgiving anybody who disrespects you and kills somebody and does dumb shit to somebody. You got to forgive yourself. That's what was meant to be said. You have to forgive yourself for making the bad decisions. Because the people, how are you going to forgive somebody for disrespecting you and treating you like shit? You got to get rid of those people. You think God hung out with the devil? Hell no. You got me? So like when people preach that shit to me, I start laughing. I'm like, no. My perception and my opinion is totally different. Forgiving yourself, yes. But forgiving someone for disrespecting you and treating you like that, no. You don't have to forgive them, you just disconnect from that person. You know? Disconnection is the best thing. Fighting, arguing, grudging, revenge, vengeance, that's just not the way. The way is to forgive yourself because you made the mistake. But unfortunately, some of us get very comfortable in the way we live and we just deal with it because we think we can't get any better. But that's not true. There's always somebody else and there's always you. There's always the person who's going to love you the most is you. And if you do that, you're unstoppable. Because you'll be able to deal with yourself more than you can deal with somebody else. I'm a living example of that. At least I consider myself that. I always tell everybody, you don't need nobody to complete you. All you need is yourself. The other person that comes into your life, you can feel complete with them, but you don't need them to complete you. You're welcome, Jennifer. It's no problem. It was a pleasure talking to you and helping you, and I'm glad you feel that way. And focus on you, your husband, and your child. And that's my biggest advice I can give you is focus on what you have, not what you don't have. And what you have is a blessing that most people want and can't have. I always tell everybody who has a child, you've been blessed, so don't take advantage of that. If you're married and you're happy, then you're blessed because you did something other people didn't do and can do and want to do. So if we all have these chances, then we can't fuck those chances up. We have to be grateful for the chance and the opportunity to do those things. And some people never get that chance and won't. But everybody takes these things for granted. Not everybody, but some people take these things for granted, and it's a shame. And also, it's a label and a program that people put in our heads that we have to get married, we have to have a child, we have to go to school, we have to go to work, we have to do this, we have to do that, and if you don't do it, you're a loser, you're nothing in the world, blah, 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 blah. But as you know, it's been proven wrong many times. People's opinions, people's labels, people's judgments are all just regular things. It's what they perceive. What we perceive and what we want is what we should be dealing with, not what everybody else wants us to be and what everybody wants us to do. Hey, Cindy, how you doing? Yeah, all's good. Hope you did too, sweetheart. Thanks. TGIF. I've been on here for 3.5 years, and I've dealt with a lot of people who come in here that want to find love. I got people in here who found love and then found a divorce and found no one else, want to start again but can't because they can't let go of the past. I got people in here who want to get pregnant and can't. people that want a good relationship and can't find one. Then I have people who are happy but not happy. It's a mixed bag of everything. But I feel like everybody should be working on themselves more than they work on what they really want. Once you work on yourself, then everything else will be perfectly fine. But you have to get yourself to that state of mind where it's all about me. Not a selfish way, but a way that's self-reliance, self-confidence, self-care, self-love, not selfish, you know? And once you do that, once you get yourself to that level, then everything else will just fall into place. That's what my opinion is on, dealing with things. You work 12 hours today, holy shit. A bit tired, but also energized. Weird, huh? Well, the energy is sometimes when you work those hours, your body gets used to the pain, or it gets used to the energy. So your body still feels like it's working, but it really isn't. You're still on the high of working. It's all about energy, the energy we carry on. But that's a good thing. If you feel energized, that's a good thing. Because your body just says, hey, we're good. We can still go. We can still go and do more if we want. Been there, done that. It's when I stop, that's when I feel the pain. When I work like 10, 12-hour days, and when I stop for like maybe I have that effect on people, if you want to believe that. I think I have an endless pit of energy to release because I don't have anything negative in me. So all the positive energy just shines like the sun. What can I say? But if you believe that, then you'll receive that. That's a lot of hours, but some of us feel like we have to do it, some of us don't. I was working 12-hour days last year, 7 to 7, 7 in the morning till 7 at night, 6 days a week. And sometimes I worked on Sundays. I bust my ass last year, but I did a little bit too much. And my body's suffering still from it. But at the end of the day, the work got done. I got paid. And now I can relax and take it easy and just steadily pace myself and work when I want. And I don't have to work as hard as I have to because I'm not going to do that to myself. You got to work smart and easy, not hard. Okay, have fun, Barb. Hopefully it's good news. You're welcome, Speedy. Take care. Well, Cindy, that's a good thing in a way because a good employee is hard to find. A good worker is hard to find. A person who comes to work every day and puts in those hours is very hard to find. That I was kind of upset today when I went to this pizza place. I live like 5 minutes away, and instead of them delivering it, I went to go pick it up because the delivery was like an hour and a half wait because it's Friday night. Me and my nephew, we ordered takeout. I didn't really want takeout. I told him I don't really want takeout, but whatever. So I ordered it, and they said 1 hour and a half delivery, or if you can pick it up in 40 minutes. So I was like, fuck this, I'm gonna go pick it up because I don't want to eat late. That's one thing I can't stand is eating late. So I went down there. I walked through the door and I got like a dirty look from the lady at the counter to say, like, I hope you're not coming in here and ordering food. Like, this, like people who like give you that look. So I was like, good evening. I called in an order for Mark, this, and this. She's like, okay. And I was like, wow, I can tell she's had a long day, but I'm not going to judge her, even though I did. And she started to get the order ready. Then she couldn't find a pen, so she was mumbling to herself. Then after that, she was like, oh, this is missing. Let me go out the back and find it. Then she got it. And then she was like, oh, well, there's a milkshake too for my nephew. So she was like, I don't even want to make this milkshake because I'm supposed to be leaving at 8 o'clock. So the girl that was making the milkshakes ended up making it. And instead of handing it to her, she puts it in the freezer. So she gives her a dirty look, goes over, puts the milkshake inside this little cooling bag and gives it to me. And I said, you have a great evening. She goes, yeah, well, my evening's not that great because I've been here all day. And I was like, well, that's a part of life, sweetheart. That's the way that work is. If you don't want to work, you should be home. And she goes, oh, you have a good evening. And I was like, you too, sweetheart. I took my shit and I left, and I shook my head when I got my car and I said, there's so many fucking people that need a job and this bitch is complaining about her job and acting rude. And you got like 5 minutes to knock off at 8 o'clock and you're complaining that you've been here all day. Like, really, woman? You know any people that need a job and you're here complaining about your damn job and you just stand behind a counter and just collect food and give it to people? Really? Hey, Divine Empress, how you doing? You all right, sweetheart? Oh, yeah, I've learned to kill people with kindness, but I also, as being self-employed for 15 years and having people work for me and working for others all my life, like I never took any job I had for granted. But the problem is people these days, they don't know how much of a value a job is. So if you're complaining about your damn job, yeah, you can complain, of course. But, you're coming across to me and a customer like I don't want to fucking be here and I don't feel like making no milkshake because I'm about to knock off. But isn't your hours from this time to this time? So if you got to make a milkshake with 2 minutes to go, you got to fucking make it and shut your mouth. Because that's what you're paid for. You're paid till 8 o'clock. You're not paid till 7:58. What if you get paid for 7:58 and you lose $2 or you lose $1? You're going to be mad, right? Because you didn't want to make a milkshake, sweetheart? Really? That's what I wanted to say to her, but I can see she was in a mood. And there was other people around. I said, just leave her alone, Mark. Some people, you don't know what they're going through. She could be going through like some other issues and shit like that. So I was like, yeah, whatever. You can talk to the wall while I go. Bye. But hey, I'm doing good, sweetheart. All's good. But I think people these days, they take work for granted. They take money for granted. They take everything for granted. And I don't like that. I don't like when people complain about their jobs and complain about like making money. Like there's a lot of people who don't have a job. And there's a lot of people who are suffering and shit, and you're sitting there complaining about working a little extra hours. Fuck, there's some people out there who would love to get some extra hours right now. It's crazy. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Cindy. I always used to come early and leave late, but I would only get paid for the time that was over 9 to 5 or 7 to 7 or whatever it is. I wasn't getting paid for 6:45 in the morning till 7:24. I wasn't getting paid for that. I was only getting paid from 7 to 7. That's the deal. And I once told that to my previous employer before I went on my own. I worked for this electrician guy. And I said, you have the audacity to complain that I came late this morning, 5 minutes, when I come here on a regular way before time and leave after time. So put that into consideration the next time you talk shit about me coming late because of traffic. And he looked at me and goes, oh, well, time is time. I said, I'll remember that when I knock off today. When 5 o'clock comes, I'm going to make sure I have all my tools packed up. And when 5 o'clock comes, I'm going to leave right on the dot. And I did it that day. And he needed me to work extra. And I said, fuck him. That's what you get for running your mouth. And that's why I work for myself now and not for some clown that doesn't appreciate me coming and going and being there late and working day and fucking night when you need me. So, you know, I don't blame employees sometimes because the employer is a jackass and they use their abusive power and say the stupidest things. So, you know, it's just a trial and error of living life. You know, that's what it is at the end of the day. Hey, Santina, how you doing, sweetheart? Cindy, would you like a spirit message today? And if anybody wants a spirit message, I'll give you one. Yeah, exactly, Cindy. But people don't give a shit. And here in Bermuda, where I live, it's a very, very piss poor attitude these people have. You know, they think, oh yeah, I live here, I was born here. You know, what is this foreigner doing here, taking my work? And I once told somebody, you know why foreigners come to Bermuda looking for work? Because you don't want to work. Oh, that's not true. They're taking my job because they're cheaper labor. I was like, no, sweetheart. Some places it is like that. But the reason why these people come here, you think they're going to come here for cheap labor? How the fuck they're going to afford the apartment that you live in? If that's the case, then how can they afford the apartment, the same apartment and the same rent you live in? You tell me that. And then I told this woman one day, so you as a Bermudian, if you get a job in the United States, you're not going to go? And what happens when a person that lives in the United States, born and raised, and tells you, hey, you're from Bermuda, you're taking my fucking job? You're going to like that? What are you going to say to them? I'm here because you're lazy or you don't want to work? So it's okay for you to say that to them, but it's not okay for them to say that to you, right? Like people live that double standard stupidity life. Like how the fuck do you think this world exists from everybody's cultures and nations and countries coming together to build one? It's common sense. It happens everywhere in the world. But here it's like, because I live here, I can't stand listening to it because it's annoying. It's like, what, you think no other place in the world is like that? You think there's no Bermudians working in the States? I know Bermudians that are working in Europe and the UK, everywhere, because they don't want to work here. Or they married somebody from another country and moved out there. So what's the difference? All right, Cindy, let's see what we got for you, and I'll go down the list. Erica, my IG is Marky Marks Tarot. Same thing. If you go into the search bar and put Marky Marks Tarot, you'll see me. And I'll add you as soon as you find me. And there you go. All right, Cindy, one. I'm doing spirit messages tonight. All right, Cindy. Cindy, your card from Spirit is Find Your Center. This card says, your outside world is a reflection and a manifestation of what's going inside of you at this time. When the outside world becomes hectic and stressful, that your anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is an ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? You're changing your channel's name to Sugar. Okay, Sugar. Whatever floats your boat. If you want to change it, then change it. I subscribed to your channel that same day you came in here. All right. Erica, you're next. Erica, you are next. Let's see what Spirit has for you. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, Erica. 1, 2. All right, Erica, your card is Gratitude. This card says, life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what's in your life. Instead of complaining about what you don't have, if you focus on gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. So there you go. All right, Divine Empress, you are next. And then after that, I have Santina. I always say the more gratitude we show, the more blessed we get. All right, Divine Empress. 1, 2, 3. All right, your card is Vulnerability. And it says, this is confirmation that you're seeking to tread into the unknown, unfamiliar territory where decisions are based more on intuition than rationality. Don't let fear hold you back or allow a misguided sense that feeling vulnerable is somehow a negative condition, because it's not. There you go. All right, Santina, you're next. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. All right, Santina. All right, Santina, your card is Ancestral Wisdom. This card says, we are your ancestors and we love you. We walked the earth many years before you. We ask that you, at this time, to learn and grow from our past experiences. You are our legacy and we keep on helping you as we continue to evolve here in Spirit World. And this is definitely a good card for you, because every time I read you, I always pick up on some spirit around. So your ancestors are giving you wisdom, knowledge. If you look at this card, all those boxes are where their brains are. And it's all full of like trees and greenery. And so what does a tree do? You know, a tree grows, bears fruit, leaves, and then they fall off and they grow back again. right? And that's why you got that card. Your spirit army's there for you, which is true. I always read, when I read you, I always get spirit, like an endless thing with you. That's good. There's a lot of people like that, too. Shit. Just give me a second. I gotta text somebody. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. All right, cool. All right, is there anybody else who needs a spirit message? Let me know. If I missed you or if I didn't give you one, I will give you one. And I got some, let me see here. All right, I got two donations here, so I don't know who's who. I got Erica here, and I got somebody before you. Oh, Divine. If you want to ask your question, you can go ahead. How's the weather? It's 67, very calm, no wind, and it's really good. It's nice weather today. It's kind of humid though. We don't really have much of a serious winter. I mean, we get wind and rain, and the coldest it gets is like 50 something here and there. It's not very often. But today was actually a off and on day. It rained in the morning. That's why I came on live earlier. And then the rain stopped, and now it's like kind of humid and 67, I think. Yeah. So it's still in the 60s, but the weather's nice. If you listen very carefully, you can hear like the crickets in the background. In Bermuda, it doesn't get like cold like that. We're a tropical island, so we don't really get too much cold weather. Oh, really, sweetheart? You didn't have to do that. That's very nice of you. I appreciate that. You don't have to do that, sweetheart. That's fine. But I appreciate it very much. I appreciate that. Thanks. And Erica, thanks a lot. You can ask your question if you want to ask. And Santina, you said no question. You just want to say thanks. I appreciate that, sweetheart. It's very nice of you guys. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. It all goes to good use. You're in Wisconsin. Oh wow. Yeah, Wisconsin is cold. Yeah, I know that. Oh, okay, sweetheart. I appreciate that, you guys. You guys are good. I love you guys. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Yeah, here it doesn't. We don't have snow. We don't have nothing like that. The worst thing Bermuda has is hurricanes, and hurricanes are nasty. I've been through a lot. Where I live right now, currently, I'm on top of a hill, so when we get hurricanes up here, it's nasty. Like you feel like you're gonna get blown away. But very fortunate that we live in a concrete house, so the wind can't really, blow it down. We get a lot of tree damage, a lot of damage to like things on the outside like lights and shit and windows and doors and things like that. But the house doesn't really get too much damage here. If anything, the roof blows off in certain houses here and there. But Bermuda houses are like bulletproof, where hurricane proof so much. But Mother Nature can take a toll on it and things like that. But that's the worst thing that Bermuda has is hurricanes. Sometimes we get one every year, sometimes we get two a year, and sometimes we get nothing. And sometimes we just get those brush by ones that just, give us a couple, 30, 40, 50 mile an hour winds and then disappears within a couple hours. Because Bermuda is very small. So being that Bermuda is so small, it passes by very quick. The eye of, there's a picture from a hurricane that, there's a picture like that's out there with the eye of the hurricane going over the island of Bermuda, and the island of Bermuda was in the middle of the eye. That's how big it was. But Bermuda is only 26 miles long, so it's very small. So even the eye of a hurricane fits inside of it. So it's pretty fun. Okay. Okay, Divine Empress. I look forward to seeing you on your channel one day. I did subscribe to you, so I have you there, and I got to turn on the notifications. I think I did. So it'd be nice to see you, and you have a wonderful weekend, and thanks a lot for being here, and thanks for the donation. I appreciate that very much. It's the weekend already. Hopefully all of us have a great weekend. Oh, you're from Wisconsin too, Cynthia? Yeah, a lot of people are from all over the place here. I mean, on here on my chat, a lot of people are from different places all over the world. And they always say, Mark, you're lucky to live in Bermuda. I'm like, yeah, kind of. I mean, I am lucky to live here. It's my home. It's the place I was born and raised, and I love being here. But it's very expensive right now. Everything is super expensive, even everywhere else in the world. I understand that. But it was already expensive here. Now it's even worse. It's like, what am I really getting when I go to the grocery store? Every bill is like, it's like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I'm like, damn, when are we gonna get a break? But the good thing about the grocery store here in Bermuda is there's two major company grocery stores, and Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, one grocery store allows you to come in and get 5% off. And then the other grocery store, it's from Wednesday and Thursday, you can go to their grocery store and get 5% off. So people usually shop on Monday to Thursday because they know that you're going to shop on the weekends because you don't have time to shop during the week. So that's why they do it. So but people still go out of their way to shop, on those days to get the 5%. I know I do. But everything's expensive. Gas, diesel, everything. It's just crazy. It's getting worse and worse. Okay, Cindy. No problem, sweetheart. You too. And thanks for the donation. I appreciate it. And sure, yeah, you can save your questions for another day. That's fine. Just remind me that that you did. And I have a good memory anyway. But yeah, you can ask your questions whenever you want. That's fine. It's not a problem, sweetheart. I appreciate that. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. How's mom? Is she better? Oh, you were on your phone with your mom. No, that's fine, sweetheart. It's all good. Mom comes first. That's why I asked about her. No, I'm not leaving, sweetheart. I'm here. Sure, sweetie, no problem. She has good and bad times during the day. Yeah, that sucks. Just tell her keep praying, keep being hopeful, and it's not the end of the world. You know? Sure, sweetheart. I know what it's like to have, my parents and they have their ups and downs too. But I try my best to help them as much as I can. My mom and dad's had a rough time these last few years. Operations, a lot of bullshit, a lot of family issues, a lot of other things here and there. Now they're watching another one of their children get a divorce. So it's not been good for my parents. They're very religious. They're very religious and they're very optimistic that marriages work and things like that. They watched my brother got a divorce 5 years ago. And my sister's getting a divorce this year. So it's a pain in the ass. Oh, well, that's good. So that way she'll get even better then. That's good to know. Oh man. Okay, kids, you can ask your question when you're ready, sweetie. Thank you. Well, at least they're gonna move her, you know. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes we just have to take it as it comes and just move on from it. And sometimes there's gonna be times where it's gonna be bad, but it's not gonna be bad forever. All right, Kit, you said what is doing behind your back? All right. Well, he's trying to make things unstable, and he's trying to make changes. It looks like he's really trying to be brave and rush into things, and he doesn't want you to know about things because he doesn't want you to fear him or fear what he's doing. But I see a lot of deception and trickery, and he's very capable of doing things behind your back, and he is doing things behind your back. What those things are is things to do with the way he feels, the way you feel, very, being inconsistent, and he's trying to pull the wool over your eyes about what he wants to change and how he's going to change. If this guy has children, he's trying to deal with them, or he's trying to keep what you know about his children, not so you don't know something about his family or about somebody. Because I see a younger woman or a younger man. Like if he has a child or something, he's keeping something away from you about knowing about what he's doing. Or this could be like a younger brother or a sister that he's dealing with. But he's trying to trick you into doing something, or trick you, or not tell you or deceive you about that. I pretty much told you that earlier, that that's what's going to happen in general. Is you got to watch out for this guy, because he's willing to do whatever it takes to make sure you don't know about things. But this person doesn't have any love in their heart, man. They just want to do a lot of dumb shit and trying to make things unstable for you and the people around him. But that's what he's doing behind your back. I think he's working with somebody else or dealing with some other guy. And that's what he's doing. It looks like he doesn't have any fear about it, and he doesn't give a shit. Like, it seems like that's what they're dealing with. And it looks like he's concentrating on it. Like, he doesn't want you to learn anything about him, like, or more stuff that you already know. So that's what I get. Like, he doesn't want you to know about his new ideas. He doesn't want you to know or learn anything. And he doesn't want to tell you any new news or anything like that. Unfortunately, that's the case. That's what I feel like he's determined. Like, whatever he knows, he doesn't want you to know. So whatever news he gets, he's not going to tell you. Like, whatever new news he gets. Like, if somebody tells him, hey, I got this for you, I got that for you, he's not going to sit there and tell you about it. Or whatever your work situation is with him, he's not going to tell you anything new. He's not going to inform you of what's going on, because he doesn't want you to know any new news. You know what I mean? Seems very sly and cunning, and not, the way things should be. But I kind of already told you that he's going to, just be cautious with him, because he's going to do a lot of shady shit. And that's what I think he's hiding from you, is he doesn't want you to know everything. He doesn't want you to know too much. Yeah. Yep. I don't really get anything good on this guy anyway. It doesn't tell me anything good here. But he's changing things without you knowing. That's what I keep getting. He's making changes without you knowing. And when you see the change, you're going to be like, why the fuck you didn't tell me? And he's going to be like, I don't have to tell you nothing. You just deal with the changes that I make. If you don't, then that's your problem. That's how I think, and that's what I feel he's going to say to you. And he's going to be very inconsistent with what he says and what he does, unfortunately. So just be careful. And see if you can disconnect from him in some type of way and move on from it if you can. I know it might be difficult, but dealing with people like that is not good. Yeah, I know, sweetheart, it's not good at all, but what can we do? It's just people like that in the world that we can't rely on and we can't deal with, unfortunately. Just give me a second here. I'm gonna make sure I save that. I have been a good friend. He has used me for company and my time and my energy. Yeah, sweetheart, and that's, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life. You do whatever you want. But if you feel like that, then it's time for you to get out of that energy and do something else and get away from, you know, you can't feel comfortable with that. You got to do something to get away from it. You know, especially if you got to go through that. If you got to live like that, there's no sense in dealing with that. There's always another way. There's always another job. There's always another situation you can get yourself into. And I'm sure it'll be better than that. It doesn't matter how good you are. People that are good don't get nowhere with people that are bad. You know? That's why we have to find or try and find like-minded people. Yeah, keep looking for another job, sweetheart. That's what you got to do. That's the best thing to do. I feel like you can get a job in the next month or so, but I think you're going to be too worried and too much anxiety, and you're not going to be concentrating enough on trying to get another job. But I feel like it's possible, but you also might fear it at the same time because you might lose certain things, or you might feel like it's not complete, or it might not be the same type of money or the same type of, you know, place. But I feel like you yourself, you're honest and you're trustworthy, and I think that you'll get a job eventually. But you know, I think it's all about you. Like if you make the effort, you can really make it happen. But I feel like you're worried too much, or you feel like you're not going to be happy somewhere else, or you might not be, you know, or you're continuing to be unhappy where you are. But there could be some delays here and there. But I feel like if you do find a job, a woman can help you. There might be a woman, a good friend of yours that can say, hey, you know, if you want a job, I can get you a job. So if you have a good woman friend, or you have like a sister or a mother that can help you out and get a job, then it looks like a woman that can be very significant to help you. You're welcome, sweetheart. I wish you the best. Try and always like get a better solution. And whatever you do right now for work, you can always do it on your own. When all fails, you can always do it on your own. Yeah. Well, if you don't like it, then do something that you desire and you love. Yeah, I know that's not exactly a very it's a good job for making money, and it's a good job if you like it. But if you desire something else, then now maybe there's your time to get it. I always encourage everybody to do what you love to do, no matter what. You can always find a job in the field that you want to find. You just got to really go out there and get it. And if you really want it, you'll get it. Well, that's the thing. I feel like you're worried about it, and I feel like, you know, it's something that makes you unhappy. So in order to feel happy, obviously just keep the job until you find another one. And then when you find that other job, then leave. You know, but don't leave the lady stranded, obviously. Well, it happens, you know. It happens. We all go through that stage. And one thing I can tell you from my experience is I had the shittiest job before I went on my own. And I couldn't believe that I actually did it. And I was like, this is not me. Like, I can't work at this place. But I had no other opportunity at the time. So I did what I did, which was delivering food to restaurants in a truck as a helper. I wasn't even driving the damn truck. And I was making like bullshit money. But I said, I just need this job for about another month or two so I can get my car, get my tools, get my business up and running and get it legit. Then, as soon as I got my papers to say I was on my own, I told the guy, look, I'll see you later. Thanks for giving me a job. Bye. You know, I'm like, the hell with you. Bye. I'm going to go on my own. I ain't got no time for this shit. You know, and I'm glad I did it. It was the best decision I ever made was go on my own and start my own business. And a lot of people would tell you it's a good thing, and some people would tell you it's a bad thing. The people that tell you it's a bad thing is because they don't want to, put in the work. Your business is only going to be as successful as you can make it. People don't make your business successful. You do. You know? Oh, all right, sweetheart. No problem. Yeah, exactly. So when you do find another job, just give them a 2-week notice. At least you gave them the common courtesy of giving them 2 weeks, or even give them a week notice. But 2 weeks is more like, here in Bermuda, that's what people do. All right, sweetheart, let's check. Yeah, 2 weeks notice is the right thing to do. But hey, some people say, fuck it, I'm gone. I know I do that too. When I was working for somebody, I was like, look, I'm out of here. What you mean you got to give me a 2-week notice? I said, yeah, here's your 2-second notice. Goodbye. Go to hell. Oh, you're leaving me stranded. I don't care. Your business will survive. You'll be all right. You're an asshole. I say, yep, today I am, but tomorrow I won't be. When I was younger, I was a little bit more ruthless, non-understanding, and a little bullheaded and crazy. But now that I'm older, like I'm a little bit more professional now. I think I paid all my karma now too. All right, kids, let's check. Is he ready? Well, I think that he is to some degree. I think he is taking care of her. He just doesn't want anything bad to happen to her. He doesn't want no threat to her safety. He doesn't want anything bad happen to her. He wants her to escape her mentality. Like, if she's like, because she's temporary, secluded the way she is, he really wants her to, be in solitude, and he really wants her to be, mentally stable. He doesn't want to lose like her value as, the son and the mom. And, I would say, yes, he really genuinely wants to take care of her, and he is taking care of her. At the end of the day, it's his mom. But I also feel at the same time that if something happened to her where she passed away, he kind of would be like, he'd be like, oh, fuck, this is going to really, mess things up. But at the same time, I don't have to deal with it anymore type of way. I think that his childhood plays a big part because maybe his mom like took care of him more than the dad, or maybe his mom was just like really there for him when he was a young child. So he thinks about his childhood a lot. So that's why he's like, I gotta take care of my mom no matter what, even if something bad does happen to her. She's my treasured possession, she's my everything. I can't lose the value of having her as my mom and my friend. And I gotta make sure nothing bad happens to her. I can't have bad faith. In that aspect, I would say, yeah, he genuinely cares about her, and he genuinely wants her to be fine and safe. And I think that he mainly wants her to be, secluded from everything and just, get better and, have this time as a retreat time, as a time to mentally escape, what she's going through and to get better. I think he's very determined to make it happen. And I think that, in his mom's case, he has many ideas and things like that. I think this guy is very smart, and he's also very slick too. Like he knows what he's doing, and he tries not to let nobody get one up on him. He's always trying to get one up on somebody else. The card I got for him is the King of Swords. So that's a guy who's very determined and active and experienced. Like they'll take, initiative and authority when they need to. They have a lot of ideas, and they could be very smart and slick and do shit without people knowing. But to answer your question, I would say he really genuinely taking care of his mother. He really is. So I don't see that, it's a bad thing. You know, I don't see it's a bad thing. So it looks okay. It looks good. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, to answer your question, it looks like, he's doing the right thing. He's taking care of his mom. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Even though he's probably not good to you or good to the people around him, but I do think that he really genuinely cares about his mom. So yeah, definitely so. All right, sweetheart. So it looks good in that department. No problem, sweetheart. I wish you the best. I hope it all works out. Just remain positive, if anything. Just remain positive and try and find another job if you have to, and see how it goes. I think that a woman's gonna help you in that department. So looks like a woman is gonna help you. So either way, you'll be fine. I always encourage everybody to do the best thing they can possibly do for themselves. You know. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. Hey G, how you doing? All right, just give me a minute. 1 second. Sure, Sydney, I can do that for you, sweetheart. All right, kids, no problem. Yeah, sure. I'll do your question, kids, and your question, Cindy, and then I'm gonna head out because it's like 1 o'clock in the. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning here, and I gotta go and get some sleep. I've been on here for like over 2 hours now. I know you guys are behind me. See, I'm in the future. You know, that's why, you can get readings from me because I'm already in the future. See, but it's almost 1 in the morning here, so I'm gonna have to go after that though. And I see G, you just donated too, so I'll make you guys my last three. No, that's fine. I'll answer your questions. I'm fine, but I'm just gonna go after that before I get caught up too late. Yeah, I know it's Friday night. I'm not gonna be a party pooper, but you know, I'm just gotta answer this person here about doing a reading for tomorrow. Yeah, sure, G. I have two people in front of you, and then I'll answer yours, and then you're gonna be my last one for tonight. It's getting late, and I gotta get up tomorrow and do some work. But I'll be fine. I'm good. As long as I don't get in my bed after 2 o'clock, I won't. I'll be all right. So I'm gonna hang out and answer your questions, but I'm way ahead. No, that's fine. No, don't be. It's all good. I know that. See, the thing is with me, I understand because everybody's in different time zones, right? So like people are asking me all the time, what time is it there? When are you available? Like, I the thing is it's a pain in the ass because I wish we all had the same time. But see, I'm like ahead of most people. Like the West Coast is 4 hours behind me, the Mid East is 2 hours behind me, the East Coast is an hour behind me. And then the people that are ahead of me are sleeping right now, like Europeans and people in Australia and China are waking up in the future. They're ahead of me, so it's a pain in the ass. So that's why I come on late all the time. But I'm late. I'm usually on here like this time anyway on Fridays and Saturdays and things like that because I don't really have too much to do. But I don't like to be like here till like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because it messes up my sleep and my day. But it's I don't mind being on here for another 20 minutes or so. That's fine. All right. Cool. I try to help everybody and I try to be available for everybody, but I also have to, sleep. I'm not a robot, you know. But sometimes I can be. I'm known as the guy who's on here late all the time. Yeah. All right, kids. You said, what does my ex Quran really want from you? All right, let's check. All right, kids. I mean, I try to help out as much people as I can. Um, Sometimes there's nobody in here, and sometimes everybody's in here. And that's perfectly fine. I try to roll with the times. I just wish that it wasn't so late, because when I come on early, there's nobody really around. But when I come on late like this, everybody's here because everybody's like, you know, in their time zone. But it's also late for me, so it's a pain in the ass. So I don't like to go to bed too late because then it messes up my day the next day. But as long as I don't go, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's fine with me. It's like 2, 3, like that's a no. I'm like, let me get out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna be like, hey, my internet's messed up. Bye everybody. Sometimes I gotta do that, but I haven't done that in a while, so we're good. Yeah, you know how it goes. All right, so your ex, Karan, I think I'm saying that right. He's gonna continue to put in the effort to try and persevere and make you like try to get something out of you. Um, I still think that he's disloyal and he's not really, um, the type of person that is changed. I think he's the same person. I also think that he's in trouble and he's rushing into things and he's in some type of turmoil and it looks like he's seeking vengeance against you. And, but this is just a short lived thing. I don't think it's going to last too long. I think he'll give up eventually. Um, Another thing is, I think that he probably misses the fact that when he was with you, he was more secure, where he was more like felt more at home. I think that he probably misses the fact, or he probably says to himself, "Now the grass wasn't greener on the other side, maybe." But I think that he's not gaining any. He knows he's not going to gain anything from you, but he's going to try to get something from you. Like he might even ask you for money, or he might even just say, "Hey, look, I want us to like speak. I'm going to put in the effort. I'm going to try and show you that I'm a better person," or blah blah blah. But I still feel he's disloyal and he fears everything, and he doesn't really like he'll say one thing, but he really doesn't want to do it. I think that he probably knows that, without you, he's not gonna, be stable or have what he wants and have what he has. I also believe that like family might have been a problem or an issue in the relationship. And maybe he's probably going to say to you, look, my family's not involved in my life anymore, so they won't get in the way of us. Or, his family or your family or something like that. Or some family matters um, is the situation there in what I see. But I still feel he lives in denial. He's very discreet. He's not going to tell you the truth. He has a child. Okay. Yeah, I think he's very focused on that, or he has to find money and security for his child. So that's why another reason why he's the way he is. But I also feel like he's living in denial and, he's trying to work on himself, but he's withdrawn from certain things to try and make himself better. But I still feel like he's lying to you and he's not very loyal to himself and to everybody around him. But it looks like he's going through some difficult times, some conflicts, and some bullshit here and there. So, to answer your question, like, what does he want from you? I would say like he just wants the fact that what he once had from you, which was security, and and that feeling of, yeah, hey, I was better off with her. Yeah, I do get disloyalty and dishonesty. Hey Nicole, how you doing? Right, exactly. And I think that he still lives in fear and he still lives in denial. and he's trying to be vengeful with the people around him. But the thing is I think that he's got like two personalities. Like one day he wants to be nice, and the next day he's like, you know what, fuck that. I'm going to be vengeful. I'm going to get you back for what you did, but I'm going to act like I'm nice, and then, I'm going to switch up on you real quick to see how you like it. I feel like he's the type of person that will reel you in and then fuck you over, So that's the energy I got off of him. It's very conflicting and very up and down. Hey, Hermana, how you doing? So it doesn't really look that great. So I would say his intentions is not very genuine. It's a lot of bullshit and dishonesty mixed in with, hey, let me be nice to the kids so I see if I can get something out of her. I think it's that fakeness that he's going to perceive to you. Yeah, well, hey, Marcia, how are you, sweetie? Well, that's the thing. I have a card in my deck that says stop dealing with assholes. So if you know they're assholes, stop dealing with them. Hermana, I was on my last one, but being that it's you, I can't say no. So I just finished telling everybody that, it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I gotta like go to sleep. But, being that it's you, sweetheart, I can't say no to you. You're my Hermana. I can't say no to you. I guess I'll hang out, as long as it's not another hour from now, I'll be fine. My limit is 2 o'clock in the morning. It's 1 o'clock here. No, I'm not tired. It's just that, I don't want to go to bed too late. But that's fine. It's fine. All right, kids. You're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you too. And love you too, sweetheart. Just try and, just make things better for yourself. Get away from these assholes. You can do it. You don't need these people. You're just wanting to be around them. But you just got to make things better for yourself. It's a new year. You got to try. You got to do something new and get away from those people. You're better off staying away from all those people, especially exes and people who don't appreciate you. You're a human being that deserves value and be valued and appreciated. So you got to keep telling yourself that. Cindy, you can go ahead and ask your question, sweetheart. Then after Cindy, I got G. And after G, I have Hermana. You sure, Cindy? You can go ahead and ask. It's fine. Don't listen to me talking about time and going to sleep. That's fine with me. I can stay another like 20, 30 minutes. That's fine. My limit is 2 o'clock. I don't want to be here at 2 o'clock in the morning answering questions. I want to be like snoring around 2 o'clock. Now I'm being serious. You can go ahead and ask, sweetheart. It's no big deal. One question ain't gonna hurt me. It's fine. All right, if you insist. I'll be on tomorrow for sure, Marcia. I'll be on tomorrow. I've actually been on here for like 2.5 hours, so. And I wasn't planning on being this late. Everybody came out tonight. Everybody. It's like, okay, cool. I'm not complaining by no means. Don't take any of this as complaints. It's just that, it's getting late for me. But, as long as it's not too late. I'm probably going to come on at night. Probably tomorrow night, late, around this time. I might come on during the day. I have to see what it's like, but I doubt it. I doubt I'll be on during the day, but I'll definitely be on late tomorrow for sure. Like around this time, I'll be on tomorrow. Saturday nights, I'm on later. I actually wasn't expecting to be on this late, but I'm glad. I'm having fun. I like talking to you guys and helping you guys. So don't take my complaining ass serious. I'm not complaining. I just think I don't want to go into bed too damn late. But the night is still young. Yes, I did, Herman. I did. But I have G. If you're here, you can go ahead and ask your question. Cindy said she's gonna pass. But I don't want you guys to feel like I don't want to answer your questions. I do. It's just that, If it was a perfect world, I'll be on here like 9 o'clock to like 11 o'clock, and then I can go sleep. But I'm not tired, really. I'm not tired at all. It's just that, I don't like to go to bed too late. But guess who's in bed? See? She's in her bed, enjoying herself, snoring like crazy. Dog life, I tell you, must be nice. She's something else. I took her for a walk today. She was in her glory. Because it rained this morning, and it rained for like about 3 hours. So I couldn't take her, so I took her right after that. She was all happy. She's so crazy. All she wants to do is eat, sleep, and shit. That's it. All right, G, you said, I've been holding back with Cindy. Should I let her go or just keep trying? All right, let's check, bro. Yeah, she does. She's she's the love of my life, even though she's a pain in the ass. Oh, sorry to hear that, Marcia. Hopefully you won't be affected by it. My nephew is out in Canada, out in school in Halifax. Hopefully he'll be all right too. He says it's so damn cold there. He wish he was home. All right, G, let's see. G, what I get here is things are going to continue to look uncertain. Things are going to continue to be, a loss. I think that you should let her go, because I think that she's too. She wants to control the situation. She wants to control whether or not she wants you or not. And I feel like you are always uncertain, and you're feeling to the point where you're defeated and you feel like you can't do anything else. At the end of the day, I think it's also, wishful thinking that things are going to change. And I feel like, this is like your imagination running wild, and you know it's not realistic. You know it's just like a fantasy at some point and sometimes. So to be honest, the cards are telling me, and what I get off of it is that you should let her go instead of keep trying, because the more you try, the more she's probably going to try and control the situation. And the more you offer, or the more you try, it's just going to end up being a misfortune, or a loss. I know you've been asking about her for a while, but at the end of the day, if you're doing your part and she's not, then it pretty much is like it's at a dead end now. You may think that she's an impressive person, but really there's no substance there. There's no oomph. There's no like, okay, we're gonna make this. We're gonna do this. Um, I feel like she's also trying to deal with her life and put more accomplishment into what she's doing. And I feel like she's more confident now with her life, and that's why things are probably not working out between you and her. Um, and by you holding back with her, it probably has made things, to a point where she can be more determined and focused on her own energy. But I also feel like that she thinks that you don't have enough to offer her. Like she might feel that your offer to her is minimum, like it's not enough, and she feels like she probably appreciates the opportunity or the invitation, but she feels like maybe it's either two things. It's either you can't give her what she wants, it's a minimum or bare minimum in her mind, or she feels like she can't give you the maximum and then it can give you so much. And it's also where she feels like she would have to control the relationship or control you. And if she can't do that, then there is nothing. So that's what I got here as far as, I feel like you should let her go, because if you keep trying, it's still gonna end up being her way or no way. So if you want that, go for it. If not, I would say don't. Yeah. I asked how she feels about you, and she feels like you're living in denial, and she feels like you put in a lot of effort, but she still feels like it's not you're not meeting her test, or she's frustrated and she knows that being in a relationship with you probably isn't going to work. And I'm sure you don't want to hear that, but that's how she feels. She feels kind of frustrated, and she thinks that people will interfere with you guys, or they have interfered in your relationship or friendship in the past. And if that's not the case, then it's just the unreliability of either or person. She might feel like you're not reliable enough, or she might feel like she isn't reliable enough for you. I don't think there's an equal give and take here, G. So I would say, if I were you, bro, I would move on and see how it goes. I mean, if she puts in a lot of effort, then I would say, try. But if she's not putting in any effort and it's all you, then I would say let her go. So that's up to you to answer. You know what I mean, bro? That's totally up to you how you analyze the situation. My advice is, if you're getting 100%, then give 100%. If you're not getting 100%, then don't give 100%. So that's up to you to determine now. Oh, Cindy, that is absolutely true. At some point, that's very true. Everybody that we love is a pain in the ass. See, she agrees too. You know? When she comes in here, I take off her collar so she can be more, because her collar irritates her, and I can see her like itching her collar and trying to take it off. Sometimes it comes off, but I loosen it up so she can, kick it off. But now I just take it off. She's something else. Um, Hermana. Where's your question again? Gee, I don't know if you heard me, bro, but that's what I got. If you need anything clarified, just let me know. Um, You said, why is my mom being so nice? Oh boy. Why is my mom being so nice? What's her name? Her name is Diamond. You see the little white spot right here on the back of her neck? It was once a diamond shaped, but it's actually, a bigger diamond now because she's a bigger dog. But when we first got her, the shape on the back, that little white spot used to be like a diamond shape. And we called her Diamond. AKA pain in the ass. She used to dig holes in the yard. I wanted to beat the crap out of her. But she's 8 years. She's going 8 years old next month. So she's doing all right though. She's a boxer. She's been living inside here for a whole year and a half now. She used to live outside. She didn't want to come inside. She hate being inside. She would come inside and get scared and then leave. And then when we had the renovation here last year, she was like, yeah, get me out of here. Put me inside. Now she doesn't want to go back outside and live. She comes running inside now because she found out how life is. And she wants to be around me all the time. See, she's my shadow. It actually gets pretty frustrating because she wants to be around me too much. And I'm like, look, go over there and go look at the grass grow or something. Leave me the hell alone. And come on now. It's okay. I'm not going nowhere. I have to talk to her every day. All right, G. Yeah, man, just see how it goes. It's up to you at the end of the day. You do what you want. But I don't see it being, any easier if you keep going. And just remember, man, there's plenty of fish in the sea. All right, Hermione, let me see why your mommy's being nice. My mom is always nice to me when she needs something done to the house. She'll call me, hey, Mark. I'm like, yes, Mom. Oh, I know I don't want to bother you, but can you fix this for me, please? I'm like, yes, Mom. Okay. Oh, you're such a good son. I'm like, yep. Okay there, Judas. Oh, don't call me Judas. I'm not Judas, damn it. I said, no, you're not Judas. No, not you. She goes, I'm not. I always call her Judas, right? And she hates that shit because she's very religious. And Judas was the one who kissed Jesus and then backstabbed him, right? So like I always tease her. I be like, yeah, you always when you need me as you're my son and you're my lovely son, whatever. So I tease the shit out of her, right? Because my dad, like, he's not like me. He don't really know too much. He's like one of those like guys who needs a recipe on how to make ice. Even though she's being nice, it's a cover up. It's a cover up to not argue, to not babble and talk. I also think she's being nice because she might be sick or she might be going through some bad times. So she's trying to be nice to you so she can see if you would help her or you would deal with her. But it's not, I still think that, you can't trust her. And I still think that she's lying or she's going to lie or she's not going to be, I still think that, she's going to argue with you, but she's very uncertain about her health, I feel. And it's some type of conflict going on with her. She feels like stuck because she's not getting anywhere. And she wants to try and, mend things family wise. And she's trying to bring the family together because she feels like that's her duty and that's the thing that will make her initially happy at the end of the. Oh yeah, it is. So what I'm getting here, Harmonic, is like I think she's going through some bad times. So I think that by using you to help her, that's what she wants. And that's the thing that I see here is, she wants security and safety and family matters to be the main thing for her. But the problem is here is I still think she's lying to you, and I still think she's not trustworthy, and she could be, very argumentative or start an argument, and I still think she criticizes you, and I still think that, but this could be something to do with her health or her mentality on, how she perceives things. Yeah. So I think she's gonna start like a pity party and say, Ilda, my daughter, I'm feeling this way. Oh my God. And then you're gonna be like, oh, really? Okay, yeah. I think in the back of your mind you might say, oh well, karma's a bitch, you know? And then you might, have some pity for her. She wants some pity from you, or she wants that from you. But I don't get nothing good here, Hermana. I just think that she's still trying to do some shady shit, and I think that she wants to use you because she needs you. I don't see nothing genuine here. I just see like criticism. She feels like she's in prison or something, like she can't do nothing and she needs you because there's nobody else. Yeah, I know. And I see that here. I get a lot of sword energy. Like I get a lot of thinking, a lot of like emotions as well. I mean, yeah, I know, Cindy. It's I say that every day. That's something I say every single day. I also think that she's trying to like find an opportunity. Yeah, strategizing, right. I was just about to say she's trying to find an opportunity to seize you in her energy, to try and get you in her energy so she can do harm, or she can like use you to do something for her because she knows that you can do it and you will do it, or possibly con you to do it. But she's still not genuine. She's still not trustworthy. So I wouldn't trust anything she says or anything she does, unfortunately. And I do have the mother card here, the Queen of Cups, but it's reversed. And that means a person that's not trustworthy and not reliable and would tell you lies all day. So unfortunately, I get, some bad stuff here, Hermana. But I think that she might be I think that she might be sick, excuse me. I think she might be sick. Where she feels sick and she feels like you can help her like you helped your dad, Like she wants that care too, maybe. So she might not tell you she's sick, but I think she is. And she probably just wants to tell you, for a pity party, like how my brother-in-law does to my sister. He tells her he has all these problems when really he doesn't have nothing. The only problem he has is lying. That's the biggest disease in the world, is lying. One thing I agree on in the Bible, that the Bible says, is God hates liars. And that is the only thing I really do believe in the Bible. Yep. Yeah, I don't claim to read everybody, but I definitely can find something out. I call it terror blackmail. I'll find out some way or the other. Tarot cards are something that we need to we can't read it the way everybody else does. I read it in a story form. The tarot consists of people. So if you're reading a person, then this can mean many things. You hear this dog snoring? Look at her. Let's listen to her snore. Now she stopped. Now she stopped. Okay, good. She must be eating something in her dreams now. I thought that I snore. I can't hear myself snore, but everybody says I do. But she takes the cake. I can hear her upstairs. Hear her look. Hear her? There she goes, see? She must be eating a treat in her sleep or something. I don't know. I know, right, Erica? She's something else. And she ain't even doing nothing all day. Just eat, sleep, and shit. How is she tired? I wish I can sleep like that. I really could. Tired of doing nothing. It's a really hard life. Oh, actually, she did walk all the way down the hill and all the way back. I have a really steep hill here. And yeah, I know, right, Erica? And that's why I don't really like to be, here too late. But in a way, it's good because I sleep right away, right? Right after I get off the live. But see, readings don't really drain me. I just like to, go bed earlier than I originally want to. Once I go to bed, I'm pretty much, 15 minutes, I'm pretty much sleeping. But, it's not easy. Readings don't really drain me. Some of these readers be out here, I'm so drained. Oh my God. Oh, you poor thing. Shuffling cards is really hard, isn't it? I think it's kind of, ridiculous how people say they get drained over doing this, but I don't know. I might be a different breed. I'm just tired, like, at being here, like when it's 1:30 in the morning now, so I'm kind of on my borderline now anyway, so I'm good. It's not easy. But I will be on here tomorrow, around this time. Because tomorrow night I'm going to be watching the game with my nephews, and the game will probably finish. Let me see. It'll probably finish midnight my time. So at midnight around my time, I'll be on here at some point in time. You're welcome, Hermana. Anytime. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I get drained, when I do mediumship. When I do mediumship, my team is the Celtics. See? Tomorrow's a big game. It's Lakers versus the Celtics. Big rivalry game tomorrow, Saturday night. The game starts 9:30 and it's going to finish around midnight. I watch basketball more than anything. I watch basketball and soccer. That's my two main sports. But tomorrow I'm going to be watching the game with my nephews and stuff. Yes, I know, yeah, all you West Side people, you don't like the Celtics. But see, I'm a Celtics guy. Celtics are the best team in the basketball right now. So you can't even say anything to me because my team's number one. Yeah, the Warriors, we beat them up the other day. So we beat them up last week. We got revenge. Celtics are the best right now. We're the top team. And tomorrow we're going to beat up LeBron and the Lakers. And I'll be very happy and I'll come on here all excited. Yeah, once. Okay, yeah, the Warriors fear the Celtics because the Celtics are the only team that's really beat them up in the past few years. We're the team that has the best record against the Warriors, believe it or not. We don't fear the Warriors. They just got lucky, that's all. we got a young team that's inexperienced. But I like the Warriors. I like Steph Curry. He's one of my favorite players. No, no, no. I've been a basketball fan for a very long time. I've been a Celtics fan since I was 8 years old. Yeah, he is. He's definitely in another world of his own. I think he's the best player in basketball for the past 5 to 10 years. I would say 5 years. The last 5 years, he's been the best player to me. I like a guy who could shoot a ball anywhere and make it. That's amazing. I've seen him play in real life. So I saw him play against the Celtics 2 years ago. No, 3 years ago. Sorry, 3 years ago. Oh, no wonder you don't like the Celtics, because your ex-husband is a Celtics fan. See? Well, don't hate me, okay? Because I'm a Celtics fan. So any sports, we can be friends, but I'm a good sportsman. If I lose, hey, I'll admit it. It's all good. You can't win all the time, but at the end of the day, the Celtics are the best team right now. Yeah, it is. He's on another planet to me. He's amazing. When I saw him play 3 years ago, I was like, what the fuck? This guy is just crazy. But yeah, I haven't been away in 3 years because of the stupid vaccine. Oh yeah, I know, sweetheart. It's all good. I don't take sports seriously like I used to. I used to get in fights all the time in sports and shit, but I'm older now. I don't really give a shit. Yeah, I do watch football. Yeah, I'm a Patriots fan. I'm Boston, everybody. I'm Boston Red Sox, Patriots. I'm Boston Bruins, Boston Celtics. Those are my teams. All Boston. I'm a Boston guy. I got family in Boston. I've been going to Boston all my life. I've always been a Celtics fan. My dad's a Celtics fan, so that's why I'm a Celtics fan. Yeah, I haven't been to Boston in 3 years because I never got vaccinated and I refused to get vaccinated. So I can't travel to the United States, unfortunately, because stupid Sleepy Joe hasn't passed the law yet from unvaccinated passengers to go to the United States. So I got to wait for April 10th. April 10th is the next meeting that they're going to have to try and deal with the yeah, I don't blame you. Hey, Bree, do I watch boxing? Yes, I do. Yeah. I used to watch, when I was young, I used to watch Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield. I never saw Muhammad Ali. That was before my time. I watched some UFC here and there, but my favorite boxer right now, and has been for the past few years, is Tyson Fury. Because I like him. He always praises God, and he talks a lot of shit. And I like a guy like that. I like a guy who talks a lot of shit. But back in the day, my favorite boxer was Lennox Lewis from England. That was my heavyweight boxer. I liked him. I like Mike Tyson too, but he was a little crazy. But I used to like Lennox Lewis, and he was one of my favorites. And then I don't really like what's that short little fucker? I don't like him. Mayweather. I don't like Mayweather. He's an ass. I don't really. He's too cocky. I don't like him. But I don't like him. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't really. I've never really been a Mike Tyson fan or a Holyfield fan. I mean, like Mayweather and all those pricks. I don't like those guys. I like Lennox Lewis. He was an English boxer. I don't know if you guys know him. He was a champion at one point. And right now, I like Tyson Fury. He's funny as heck. and I like the way he talks shit, and I like how he always praises God after his fights and stuff. Yeah, me neither, Erica. I don't really like all the like, the because they all they care about is money. I don't really like boxers who care about money all the time. I like guys who say, I'm gonna kick your ass, and that's the bottom line. You know what I love a lot is back in the day was wrestling. I used to be a huge wrestling fan. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't really like UFC too much because UFC is like hardcore. Like I don't really like seeing blood and people beat the shit out of each other, right? But I'm a like a serious wrestling fan. Yeah, I know, right, Bree? But I used to when I was young, I was like addicted to wrestling. I used to like the Ultimate Warrior. That was like, my idol. But yeah, I'm not really watching. I don't really like watching fights and shit like that. I've never been like a violent person, even though sometimes I talk that game and talk that shit. But I don't really like violence and things like that. But boxing, I like it. I'll watch it. I'll watch a main event or something like that. But it's kind of boring. I don't really care for it too much. I like bike racing, motorcycle racing, and car racing, NASCAR. I'm a big NASCAR fan. I like old sports. I don't really watch movies. I don't have Netflix and all that type of shit. I don't really care for movies and drama and all that trash. Movies are so overrated and so full of bullshit that I don't even watch movies. I like watching like miniseries and things like that sometimes. But I don't really. I'm more of a sports guy. If there's no sports, I ain't watching no TV. I don't watch the news. I don't watch none of that shit. I'd rather go watch like a zodiac sign reading on YouTube than watch fucking soap operas and movies and shit like that. The only movies that I like is like Transformers, um, and like war movies and like like Rambo and shit and things like that. I like the old time movies. But like all the horror movies and aliens and all that type of shit, I don't watch that trash. I can't watch horror movies. That I'll get like nightmares and shit. I'll be waking up kicking the fucking bed or something. Nah, not really, Bree. What am I gonna do for my birthday? I'm gonna go. I'm taking. Yeah, some people do take it serious. I'm taking my parents and my sister and my nephews to brunch for lunch for my birthday. And then for dinner, I'm gonna have everybody come up here, and we're gonna have lobster and all sorts of nice food. I'm just gonna be hanging out with family pretty much, and I'm gonna turn the water heater on for the pool, and we're gonna go take a little swim. It's probably gonna be cold, but it's not too bad though. But we're gonna put the water heater on for like a whole day. It can't be on now because it's too expensive to like run it. So we're gonna do it like the day before, and then we're all gonna jump in the pool on my birthday. In a nice, it's gonna be like a jacuzzi, but just not. It's gonna be a pool. So yeah, that's my plan to do. I'll probably come on here. My birthday is on the 6th of February, so it's next week, Monday. So I'll probably come on here and talk shit with everybody and have fun. But otherwise, that nothing special. Just hanging out with family, my nephews, my mom, my dad, having something nice to eat, and pretty much that's it. I'm probably gonna do everything on the Sunday, and then on Monday I'll probably just be working and things like that. You love Lifetime? Yeah, the channel, like yeah. No, I don't really watch true crime. The only type of crime things I watch is Locked Up Abroad that comes on some channel I can't remember, National Geographic or some shit. I don't know. I can't even remember. Maybe it does come on Lifetime. It's called Locked Up Abroad, where they like, and you know that other like thing where they show like the immigration catching people bringing in drugs through cars and shit. I don't know what that's called. But the only other show that I watch religiously, it's not on yet. It comes on next month. Is Wicked Tuna, where it's like a whole pile of guys from the South and from Boston and from Carolina that fish for tunas, and they bring in like they catch these big ass tunas like between 300 and 1,000 pounds, and I find that very fascinating. Like I really like all that shit. Oh, the pool's outside, yeah. I used to watch like back in the day. If you're like my age in your 40s, you probably heard of Murder She Wrote. You know things like I used to watch that type of shit, and you know things like that, like little crime type of things, but nothing serious. It's not very cold here. It doesn't get cold at all. It's like the coldest it gets here is like 55, 50. But if it's too cold, we're probably not going to go in there, but we're going to heat the pool up. Yeah, or older. When I was young, I remember watching like Murder She Wrote on TV, like, you know, solving crimes and all that bullshit. I used to watch that stuff. It was pretty cool. One of my favorite ones growing up was MacGyver. I used to like how he used to like make shit to come through. Yeah, Columbo. I remember watching that. I said on here the other day that one of my favorite shows growing up was Airwolf. I don't really watch the reruns. Once I'm seeing something, I don't really want to see it again. Yeah, Kojak. Shit, you're taking me way back. I remember Kojak too. My brother used to like that. I think a lot of the old shows back in the day were a lot better than they are now. Now there's just a lot of bullshit. I just think things are more bullshitty now, like, you know. I think it's a lot of fake shit. Where back in the day it wasn't too much fake shit. It was all like based on real shit, real life stuff. You know, obviously things are a lot more faker now than it has been. The whole world's fake in my opinion. But yeah. Oh yeah, Matlock. That's right. Matlock. And then you had like I used to watch a lot of the old like war shows like MASH, Tour Duty, Airwolf, um, Blue Thunder. Like there was a lot of those type of shows that I watched a lot. I watched all that stuff religiously. Twilight Zone, yep. Tales from the Crypt. My brother and I used to watch Tales from the Crypt because of that stupid little creature in the beginning. Goes, I'm gonna get you tonight. And all that shit. Like you look like a fucking gremlin. And the gremlins and shit like that. That shit was funny as hell. My brother used to be, me and my brother used to crack up when we saw that Tales from the Crypt fucker. He used to make us laugh like crazy. We weren't really scared. We would laugh at it because we knew it was bullshit, right? Yeah, there's so many shows. It's ridiculous. But yeah, if you're my age and older, you probably seen all those shows and witnessed all those things. But yeah. I tell my nephews, you know, they grew up watching Elmo and, you know, SpongeBob and all that trash. And I said, this isn't real cartoons. Real cartoons is back in the day. You know, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And that's what I used to watch, Gargoyles and all that type of shit. But we had the other day we were talking about this stuff a while ago. And a lot of people were in here like, I've never heard of that. I'm like, yeah, go check it out. I remember everything, to be honest. My brain's like an external hard drive. I remember a lot of shows and a lot of things. Cause all we did back then was watch TV on Saturdays and Sundays. There was nothing else to do. It was like you were too young to go anywhere. And like on Sundays or Saturday nights on ABC, we used to see like the Celtics play, and my dad used to be like, "Yeah, let's watch Larry Bird and let's watch Magic Johnson, these Michael Jordan, all those guys." So my dad and I used to watch sports all the time. Yeah, The Love Boat was my parents' favorite. And the other show called Dallas. Dallas was like one of the most popular like series on TV. Love Boat used to come on, and right after that was Dallas. I think it was Dallas or whatever. That guy, he was an amazing actor. The guy that always wore the cowboy hat. Can't remember his name now, but something Dallas or whatever it was called. Man, that show was so popular. Everybody was talking about it back in the day. They were like, "Hey, you watched Dallas last night? Or you watched The Love Boat?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, Knots Landing, all that shit. All that stuff used to be like, I used to watch Young and the Restless very religiously. Yeah, Who Shot JR? Yeah, there you go, JR, that's his name. Damn, Cindy, you taking me back. Yeah, came on after Cops. Yeah. Yeah, J.R. Ewing, yeah. That's right. I forgot what his name was because we used to watch that shit religiously. But my parents, they used to, my mom, my mom used to watch Young and the Restless like religiously. She used to tell us, "Oh, shut up. Her show's coming on." And she'd be like, "Oh my God, look at that." And she used to watch General Hospital, As the World Turns, Bold and Beautiful. My mom watched all that shit. As the World Turns, all that shit. She used to watch Young and the Restless religiously. It used to come on 6 o'clock. Yeah, All My Children. Damn, Cindy, you remember them all. But my mom, she used to love Young and the Restless, and she used to get us watching it because we had no choice. So we were watching. Next thing you know, I started watching that shit too. I'm like, "Yeah, this is kind of interesting. I kind of like all these sexy things on here." But then it taught me a lesson. It taught me that being a hoe ain't gonna get you nowhere in life. And watching Young and the Restless opened my eyes up to what the real world is. You know that saying how people say they put things right in front of you, but you don't even realize it. Young and the Restless was put right in front of our eyes to show you that people are cheating, people get divorced, people will fuck anything that's living, have sex with whoever they want, when they want, and cheating was okay. And then if you go back to the person, it was okay too, and then you just move on to the next coochie or the next D. That show opened up my eyes to never be like that. Because I never want to live that life that Victor Newman lived, and Nikki and all those, his kids and all those people, like they were nuts. Every single soap opera, that's what they were all about. It was like, you can cheat on me, no problem. I'll go back to you in a couple years. We'll fall in love again and come back. I'm like, this fucking shit's nuts. I can never do that shit. So it opened up my eyes to reality. But it was put right in front of us. Everybody's right. Not everybody, but people are right. They put that shit right in front of your face. And you got to analyze what you really want to do. I know it's acting, but it's reality. It is definitely reality. Yeah, I'm going to get out of here because my limit was 2 o'clock in the morning and it's 8 minutes. So I'm going to get out of here now. Thanks for reminding me, because if not, I'm going to keep talking and talking and talking. But I will be here tomorrow, God willing. And I wish all of you a wonderful weekend. And do what you have to do. It was a pleasure talking to everybody. This is one of the best nights I've had in a long time on here. Everybody showed up, showed me love, had readings, and had a good time. I like talking about things like this, about the past and shows and shit like that. It's pretty fun. I like that. I like to talk more than I like to do cards sometimes. Sometimes I'm on here not even doing cards. We just talk all damn night. Next thing you know, I'll be like, oh shit, let me go to sleep. Some of my old lives were 6 hours long. And I used to be like, how the hell do I even sit here that long? But yeah, it's a great time. I like talking to everybody. I like to be very sociable and talk to everybody. Pick everybody's brain as they pick mine. Talk about good times. Things like that. But anyway, I love you guys. Have a great weekend if I don't see you. And tomorrow I should be on around midnight my time after the game. So I'm going to have a good time tomorrow. I'm going to hang out with my dad as well. We're going to watch a soccer game at 3:45. And I'm hoping for a great day tomorrow. Hopefully my teams win and I won't be grouchy when I come on tomorrow night. So for those of you who didn't get your questions answered, I'll answer them tomorrow and we'll go from there. Yeah, I did. This is the group chat. See? It's Marky's group chat. We all come here and talk shit and have fun. All right, I'll see you next time. Cindy, I'll answer your questions tomorrow. And just remind me, okay? Hermana, love you always. Be safe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.